And what I find really fascinating about 1984 is, you know, in addition to the, interesting plot, there are some, twists and turns, and, things happen in it as, Winston goes on with his life. But, um, what is really, really interesting about this work is the way, this powerful government uses language. It's not just, guns and, soldiers, but it's language which really, really plays a part in this story. Like, for example, the jail, is called, the Ministry of Love. Like the propaganda department is called, you know, the Ministry of Truth. Ministry of Truth is, the publishing house which, makes up all these lies. And that's really interesting. And it's really relevant, to today's world, I think. Because, if you, right now, I mean, maybe you watch this at some point in the future, but right now in 2020, there is this COVID epidemic, and, you know, we are told to self isolate, but if you really, really think about it, what that means, it simply means to voluntarily house arrest yourself. That's what we are doing right now. I think, there is some resemblance between, the language, um, the media uses, and, the kind of linguistic tricks in Orwell's 1984. So you should reread this book and, pay attention to the subtle, linguistic, kind of twists and turns, that are used there. And also, if you are, like me, if you're in the software development, field, um, you know, this book will answer a really interesting question for you. Where does, the programming language C++ get its name? And, um, that's, the answer. It gets it from 1984. So in 1984, when something is, good, like, let's say, Apple, but if it's a really good apple, it's called Apple plus plus.